Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another video. So in this one here, we're going to be taking a look at the Guilty Gear Strive patch notes 1.9. So it seems we're going to be getting an update to the game for character updates and whatnot for, I believe, September and December. I'm sorry, for October and August. September. Pardon me, I'm like just confused tonight. Alright, so this is the tweet that was reached out earlier, and so before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple things. So this update to version 1.9 will be released on August 27th for PlayStation 4, 5, Steam, giving you Jacko, hers, because she comes out August 30th, 27th. If you have the season pass, it gets her a or a song and all that. And right here is a pretty thing. It says, while this update does not apply to the standard PS4 version, we are looking into addressing this in the future. Do wonder what that means. I can tell you right now, I do not plan on playing Jacko like at all. I have no interest. I don't plan on making a reaction video or anything. If I find something interesting, I'll make a video out of it, but I'm not gonna do a reaction. I have no interest in that character whatsoever. But otherwise than that, so I believe the early part of August we'll be getting the patch. So I'll go through a couple things so you guys can read. But it's mostly just a lot of bug fixes. And right here it says network features are completely inaccessible under certain play environments and a type of console and use and whatnot. So I think that explains why sometimes, because I play on PS4, that's why sometimes when I'm like in quick start, I get like after leaving a couple matches, I get sent back to the lobby. I don't know if that really happens a lot on PS5 or Steam. I can't say. And of course, it says adjustments to battle balance are planned to take place in August and October. This update focuses on changes to identified issues such as individual moves. We are currently looking into improving and making changes to overall mechanics as well as certain actions such as projectile moves and grounded overhead attacks in the update. So I wonder if that means a lot of moves could become slower. I mean, Dust wasn't really an issue in Rev 2, so I can't say if it was like really fast or anything like that. But otherwise than that, let's see. Looking into improving and making changes to overall mechanics. So right now I'm not gonna jump the gun about what I think. So alright, so what I'm gonna do now, give me a second. I have everything loaded on one computer. I need my gaming screen so I can play while looking at this. Okay, so let me go back and make sure everything looks good. Okay, you can see me. You should be able to see the game. So let's go ahead and look into Soul's moves here. Alright, so
Soul bad guy. Kai Keith.
who's under him, so we could go from one character to another. Kai, okay.
Kai Keith.
Alright, so let's see what we have with him. And I do like that they touched up on Gold Lewis. I do look forward to seeing what he's got. Of course, my biggest is Gio and Faust and seeing what they got. So this is going to be quite a long video. We're going to cover a lot of things and we're going to have a lot of fun talking about it. So sit back, relax. Thank you for joining me. I'm always happy to make videos like this, so let's get into it. Alright, so let's see what Soul's got. I'm going to be using the controller. Change focus on differentiating the properties of his normals as well as the situation after special moves are blocked. Now, if you've seen some of my Street Fighter 5 content, actually let's just lower this all the way down. Okay, If you've seen any of my Street Fighter V content for challenging looking at characters, you know that I may not understand every single thing being said, so take some of it with a grain of salt. And of course, there are better videos to watch out there, but this is my video on it, so I'm gonna have fun looking through everything. Hitbox forward S. I believe that's slash. So this move here. This is a pretty common round start move a lot of Soul players will use. Has been decreased on the top and bottom, making it more likely to lose to low profile moves and forward punch attacks. That's interesting. So I wonder if it means that, let's say like Faust in the beginning, sometimes you could use like a stand light kick or forward punch, which is Faust's up attack. I wonder if those will beat that. So let's see. So this hitbox has been decreased on top and bottom. As is hitbox, not hurtbox. So I see making it more likely to lose to low profile moves. So I guess the sweeps possibly. Because of course the hitbox means the move is not going to be as far and won't catch as much. It won't profile as much against another move. So you have a better chance to counter poke it, but that'll depend on which one. And of course we'll look more into these once the patches are out, but I won't cover every single thing like this. When the patch is actually out, I'll cover just the characters that I care about, but I like to look through everybody. Because everybody in this game is a fucking problem. Crouch S. Alright, which was not used frequently, has been buffed and now serves a different use from other normals at mid-range. I wonder what that means. See the sweep from it, so. But that's 2S. Which is not used. Okay. We added some knockback to his far standing S. The core of his angle range game. Although the change is minimal when blocked normally. It has a major impact when blocked with faultless defense. Speaking of that, I gotta start working on my defense when I'm in the corner with looking for counter pokes and working on faultless blocking so that I can poke out more. It's the thing I need to get better at in this game when I do play it. The knockback on his crouch kick. You mean crouch kick or sweep? It said knockback, so I was kind of confused for a second. Has been decreased, making it easier to combo into sweep and other moves. The knockback on his crouch kick has been decreased, making it easier to combo into sweep. You combo and sweep right there, unless they mean they go less away. Like it means like, see how he's pushed too far. They probably mean he's not going to be pushed as far next time. So instead of being that far, he might be a little closer. I don't know. Let's see, S version of Volcanic Viper. Which is Volcanic Viper. Oh, his DP. This version of this has that its active time extended, making it more viable as an anti-air attack. Increasing active time frames. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Leaves also more attacks when whipped or blocked by a grounded opponent. That's good. I block it a lot. After blocking Bandit Bringer, which of course is it was difficult for both the player and their opponent to predict what would happen. It is now easier to put distance between Soul and the opponent after it has been blocked, and the situation is less likely to be impacted by the start of the opponent's close range options. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Does that mean it's less likely for your opponent to counter you? I don't know. Makes it just sound like he has buffs. I don't fucking know. And just like Street Fighter, it lists what the moves do, and then in the back, some changes. So let's go down here and take a look. So yeah, crouch K, reduce knockback. Far standing S, increase knockback, increase start damage canceling. Crouch S, increase the attack's active time. The hitbox during the additional active time slightly extended in front of Soul. close S. Yeah, bottom of the attack, creates hitbox around Soul's feet. Yeah, so it means it's easier to kind of get underneath it, which is good for characters like Faust, because crouch sweep is really good at a distance. NDP, increase time in the air. Yeah, see, he lands way too fast, it's stupid, so. Spat on controllers. There we go, yeah, see how fast he lands. Banditbringer, greatly increased knockback. I'm assuming they mean on block. Aerial Banditbringer, didn't know he had one actually. Increased landing recovery. It's kind of hard to tell, yeah, he can move immediately. What were they thinking when they made this character? Wild Throw, become impossible to follow up by using Roman Cancel. Increase positive frames on hit, so that's a buff, I believe. Wild Throw is, I don't think he has a command grab, right? Does he? Oh, he does. What's it look like? I always thought it was his regular grab. Became impossible to follow up by using Roman Cancel, increase positive frames on hit, so it's just a better way to use it. Heavy Mob Cemetery. It's one of his supers, I believe, yeah. Oh, it's that lunge forward move. I jumped that move on the daily. The move no longer comes out when inputting forward direction after the command is complete. I don't know. I'm not a Soul player. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Let's go ahead now and look at... I should be able to just switch the characters, right? Alright, so let me make sure we're moving along pretty good. About 12 minutes. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go through some characters faster than others, but I just want to take a basic look. I'm not going to go ahead and cover all this every single time. So I'll let you guys go ahead and read it. Okay, so let's see. So like, okay, so basically, it isn't that much. So far standing S, reduce recovery. Made it more easily affected by dash momentum. Oh, sorry, I let the video clear out. Apologize about that. Crouch K, decreased knockback. Stun Dipper. Okay, so let's see up here. It's just gonna be easier, I guess. It's easier for both of the Stun Dipper to connect from long range now. Still hitting me. This means that it's more viable to get damage from his pokes at mid-range. Compared to Crouch S, his far stand S had few distinct advantages. It is now easier to use a way to approach the opponent from long range. They have reduced recovery, so that probably means we're just going to make this move stupid fast. But choosing the right time to use this move or use Crouch S to stop the opponent's approach, Kai is now capable of strong ground and neutral game while taking limited risk. That's really good, that's Crouch S. Dragon Install, which is that super. Yeah, let me put the arcade stick in there because there's no way I'm gonna do input like that on the controller. So Dragon Install, as far as I remember. That's like lightning. Okay, so which one's Dragon Install? Strike down back circle, okay. Oh, that's when health is low. Okay, anyway. So now increases the tension gauge after a set period of time as other overdrives do. That's good. It's a good buff. It greatly increases Kai's average damage output after activation. We had it to be a viable option, but it resulted in the move being overpowered and not very used frequently. This causes to reevaluate it, including buffs at the activation. The change to Ride the Lightning's command is to avoid issues with accidental inputs. There's a player named JSF who had a lot of issues with that. If you guys watch his streams, he's had a lot of issues with that when he was playing Kai, so I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with that. Let's see what May has. Stand S. Much shorter range in her attack. Like I said, we're gonna move through some of these other characters quite fast. I just want to see the basic stuff because most of it's just gonna be hitbox things and adjustments. Okay, so we have May, and I'm assuming after May is gonna be Axel. All right, what's her changes like? Not much. Okay. So just her standing heavy slash had much shorter range in her S attack. Despite having a lot of recovery, we reduced the recovery and improved the attack's active time, which is basically means they changed the move to have stronger active frames. They're talking about this one here. So I stand 8 heavy slash. So this move now has longer active frames. Despite having a lot of recovery, they're talking about her S range attack. So they're saying despite having a lot of recovery, we reduced the recovery and improved the attack's active frames. So this move, I guess, is going to be active a little longer, which is probably going to make it better for meaty pokes, which would be good, and I guess anti-airs, catching him at the last frame. This makes it very effective at preventing an opponent's approach during neutral. That's good, even though most May players are probably not even going to use that button in neutral, but it's good to know because they're just going to use this move. We have also reduced the lower hitbox and hurtbox for far standing S. Reduced the active time on her crouch S. So they reduced the active frames on that.
Danger.
It is now more vital to choose. It is now more vital to choose which one of her normals you use for a given situation. That's really good. It doesn't make May players just spam this or this. They have to decide which one is going to be better for that situation. I like that. Overhead kiss can now be followed up. Could only be followed up in the corner. However, it can now be followed up on mid-screen with adjustments made to damage. What's overhead kiss? And it seems they didn't touch like Totsugeki or anything else. So DP. Oh, it's just like fucking command grab. I've never seen anybody use this move. At least nobody that I played against. Could only be followed up in the corner. So now can you follow up on mid-screen with adjustments to the damage. So let's see how far they go. So she's probably gonna spike them now. We won't know until the release date of the changes, but they haven't listed that yet. But I guess keep up with Twitter. Okay. And Axel. It was hard to get Axel to significant returns. She may stand P and crouch. So let's see. So a standing punch, yeah, right there. It was hard for Axel to get significant returns from his stand and crouch punch from mid-range, despite the risk of them losing out the opponent's attack. They can now combo into snail even on a grounded hit. What is snail? Damn it. Okay, where's Axel? Okay. I don't play this character, so. Oh, okay. I was like, what? I thought he could combo into the unblockable. I was like, that's stupid. That's actually good. They can now combo into snail even on a grounded hit. That's actually good. Axel's already stupid, but that's a really good poke. It'll make them play a lot less probably of this. And to play more of that. I like that. I still wouldn't play him, but I think that's cool. It's now easier to use one vision in combos. So down, back, forwards. time stop thingy. Okay. As the ready stance can be cancelled into from special moves. What's the move? Snail. Not back. There we go. That basically means he's gonna be able to do something like that and then cancel into that. That's almost like being able to cancel into Roman cancel without having to cancel into Roman cancel. That's sick. It is now easier for him to make use of situations when a Roman cancel could not lead to big follow-ups, such as from long range, or when during the move time stop would make an opportunity for a wall break combo. Not gonna lie, those are some pretty sick ass changes for Axel. Alright, Chip, and then I think after Chip's Amelia, I think. Alright, so Axel, Chip, and oh shit. Let's change stage. We got the big boy. How did they balance? Shit. Sorry about that. I guess I didn't realize. I guess I didn't realize the camera fell. Sorry, I do so much. I think when I raised the arcade stick up from the underneath the desk, that happened. All right, so let's take a look at Chippy Boy Smithin. There was way too much of a difference in facing opponents who could anti-air his aerial K. Okay. It is now easier for anti-airs to hit him during descent. So that's a nerf to him, so that's good. It is not easier for anti-airs to hit him during descent. On the other hand, he is now left in a more advanced position on a hit bar block with less distance between him and the opponent. Oh, so that means he's probably gonna land like point blank, similar to like what's her name? Head stomp character with good pressure. Killer Instinct Sadira, similar to that. He is now in a more advanced position with less distance. Chip can now continue his offense after making contact with the move. Okay. Lower part of the hitbox of his far standing S has been reduced, making him more likely to lose to pro profiles. Okay, so that I have a lot of Chip players that throw this out against me quite a couple times. The more common thing used is alpha bladed mix-ups, but that's very commonly used. So they basically did to this move what they did to Soul's move, which is they basically you can get underneath it more, yeah. So likely to low profile moves. Okay, yeah. So we will have to look more into this once the game is actually the patch for 1.9 is actually up, because Jacko comes out because it's midnight now. So Jacko comes out tomorrow, the 27th, but the patch won't be until probably the week after, because they said it was in August. So this, however, crouch S can now be used as a better means to approach the opponent with his extended range when used after a dash. I wonder what that's going to look like. This makes it risky for the opponent to throw out moves in neutral against him. You're probably not going to see a lot of Chip players even using that, but that is really interesting. A lot of Chip players are fucking stupid, and they're one-dimensional how they think. Just low power. Alright, so they pretty much gave some good buffs. The only nerf is to the the hitbox of this. Yeah, it's easier to anti-air this move. You're gonna have to practice against how you're gonna do it, because if you miss time, he's closer to you and knockdown, which is probably. It says more advantage, but it didn't say on hit. Increase the lower hurt box as well as behind and front of Chip, reduce knockback. So I wonder if because it says more advantage, continue offense. Yeah, continue offense. They didn't say it had more advantage to be able to combo though, so I guess we'll have to see. That's pretty interesting. I messed around with it once, thought it was okay. Alright, so big boy didn't get much. Oh, my character's up next. Alright, let's see what he got. Because as much as we all complain about the game, well, I do, and a couple of people, how stupid some characters are, is the game doesn't really need much fixes, because it's just like BB Tag, where a lot of characters were dumb. They're still that way. You know, Arc System balances the game as well. It's just a lot of characters have damage and this and that, but it looks like from what I'm reading, they're not going to touch his damage or anything like that. He's going to be what he is. That's what he does. The only big nerf and change they did in BB Tag was to the cross up for Ruby Gordo, because I was fucking stupid, but yeah, it was really not fun getting caught in that. So we have greatly increased the merit of making the opponent block Heat Knuckle, which is that's what's it called. What's Heat Knuckle? Isn't it that? Oh, is that his air move? Yeah. We have greatly increased the merit of making the opponent block Heat Knuckle. It is not more difficult for the opponents to punish, but it's more difficult to punish Potemkin when the opponent blocks the latter half of the active frames of forward K. That's stupid, actually, but so if he tries to melee you with this, it makes it harder for you to punish him. I mean, you might as well, because most of those idiots are just gonna go into that. They're not gonna do anything else unless they do sweep. You can't even do sweep on that. Otherwise, now you just. Or you know that the sliding thing. That's the only other time they really use HK. Alright, 4K. Forward K, sorry. This makes it viable as a method of approaching the opponent from mid-range. I guess he's got better options than this move in mid-range. This move here is only really good when you're opponent cornered. And I would know because a lot of Potemkins I play against, including myself, only ever really use that shit in the corner. The only time you use a mid-screen is if your opponent is consistently blocking all your wake-up attacks. So you'll just kind of melee them with that shit, or you'll just do fucking Potemkin Buster. Landing recovery. Fix an issue where the hurt box around Potemkin's feet would disappear on landing. I don't know. Potemkin's player moves too much for me to know what the hell that means. They reduce the recovery on this move. I think this move is a lot faster actually in Rev 2, so they're probably making it more like Rev 2. And Heat Knuckle made it easier to gain tension when blocked. Okay. But it's weird because your purpose of the move is to not get it blocked. So if they happen to block this move, which why would they do that when they can do like this? If you wanted this into rummy cancel, or just fucking do that like I do. So, greatly increases the opponent's risk level on block. That's actually good. But otherwise than that, not much. Okay. Who's next? Well, my character is, of course, Lord Faustino. And then Amelia. Fausto. Alright, so of course we're now on my favorite characters patch list. The only other character I look forward to seeing the changes for is Giovanna. Alright, so let's look at Big Boy. Bone Crushing Excitement, which I completely forgot what move that would even be. I think it's just command grab, I think. Oh, this fucking move. Super. Causes wall break on hit in the corner now. What? Wall break on hit in the corner. I'm so bad with inputs in this game. guess when he tackles, it's gonna wall break now. Either that or when he does the chair, it creates a wall break, which would just be a weird animation to do, but I don't know. This benefits Faust extra damage output and tension gauge gain, so that's really dope. That's a pretty good buff. So, and I already like using that move enough if you watch my matches, so I'm very looking forward to seeing what I can come up with corner-wise for that. It is now easier for Faust to prevent the opponent's approach using his improved standing. Yes. This greatly increases his pressure at mid-range when combined with the increase of his crouching S hitbox. And faster start up an aerial kick. Oh man, they buffed his dive kick? Yo. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that when this patch drops. Standing S. Yeah, increased active time, increased damage of the follow-up hit. Wow, man, he's gonna be so much more fun to combo with now. Crouch S. Crouch S. Oh, that's okay. Decrease the hurt box on startup and extended the hitbox in front of Faust. Okay. So that means it might hit like at well, it might hit at better ranges. They probably buffed it because it probably whiffed against some characters and situations with him. I don't get it to whiff a lot, so you can see it from that distance. I can still get it to almost hit, so I'm pretty sure the new buff. If I see even from that distance, it still hits, so that's pretty good. I kind of wish they buffed this move, I guess, a little bit more. Kind of like they did with Chip, where you could do forward and gain neutral range. Kind of wish they would have done that with this, because I could have forward, he could like swing it farther. That would have made his neutral better than just throwing out fucking mix-up stuff. But they also buffed his dive kick, which I appreciate. That's pretty cool. Set up the attack startup, so that move's going to be a lot faster. Reduce the hurt box before the attack comes out. Let's see. So, because I do like this. Okay. Adjusted opponent blowback on a hit. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It said blowback, it didn't say a different hit reaction, so I think it means they'll be adjusted opponent blowback on hit. I don't know. That's another reason I'm making this video, so I can see the before and afters when I'm done. Okay. And then bone crushing incitement causes wall break on hitting the corner. Creates distance between Faust and the opponent when wall break does not occur. And increase Faust advantage. And up there it says, this benefits Faust extra damage output and tension gauge gain. So, we're gonna have to kill some time in the video for a second. I have to look at his gauge settings. So normal, okay. So we're gonna do it in so what it says is increase distance between Faust and the opponent when wall break does not occur, which basically means if you just randomly use it anyway, and increases Faust advantage. I had no gauge, so I guess that means after the move I have some more gauge. I don't know. I have a little bit extra gauge. I don't know. But it says this benefits Faust extra damage output and tension gauge gain. Because right there it says causes wall break on the corner and creates distance between Faust and the opponent when wall break does not occur. And increase Faust damage. Unless that all means stuff in the corner. I don't know. But anyway. Well, we can all look at that in a different light. I'll put HP regeneration. Tension gauge. Sorry, 100. That's health regeneration. Let's see. Sorry, Amelia. Yeah, I don't have anything extra from that. But I guess I get more attention after it or something. It's maybe something I'm totally not understanding. But anyway. Alright, so Faust's buffs look pretty sick. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Amelia's stuff, which isn't much. Oh, and then Zato's after that. I'm playing him right now, so. Okay, in order to make our grounded attacks more viable, the recovery of her stand S has been reduced. And her special moves that can be cancelled into from normals have been buffed. Okay. S version of Tandem Top. Which, forgive my not knowing shit about this character. Tandem Top is forward. Okay. Can now be using combos off hit confirms. She can now go on the offense with less risk due to being able to link normals into Lust Shaker at close range in a continuous block string. Then that means it gave this character loops. Press repeatedly. Oh, this one, okay. Can I go on the offense with less risk due to being able to link normals into Lust Shaker at close range in a continuous block string. I guess that probably means it won't push them way as far. I don't know. See, it says they sped up the moves startup, so that's good. It's going to be similar to Devora in Mortal Kombat X. Y'all know Devora MKX meter burn. This shit is just busted. Standing S for good recovery. Tandem. I think that was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one there. Increase movement speed of the hitbox. Your special moves can be cancelled into from normals have been buffed. Iron Savior fixed the bug that caused unnatural behavior on a clash. Okay. That's a bug, so I wouldn't know what that's supposed to do. Okay, so you have some pretty interesting stuff. Not too much to look into, but that buff to stand dash reduction is pretty interesting. Alright, we have Zato next and Ram. Alright, I am playing Zato currently, so let's see what he can do now. And of course, we'll touch up on any ideas I have once the patch is out. Obviously, we're not going to have patch release and then be like, okay, so this is what we're going to do next. We're going to do a whole patch. No, we're just going to review the characters I want to talk about when the patch comes out. But I like to break down everything for stuff like this. At least for a game like this, because the roster is tiny. When it comes to something like Street Fighter 5, I go by highlights and go through it pretty quickly. Alright, so Zato I'm playing currently. So we have mainly improved his options when he cannot summon Eddie. His stand S has been significantly buffed, picking a strong choice to prevent the opponent's approach, which is good. Oh, sorry, this move. Heavy slash. This is slash. This move I already like to use in neutral, but this move is just faster. So let's see. Significantly buffed, which is making strong choice to prevent the approach. Forward, like this move. Now blows the opponent back on the regular hit. Making it more reliable as a choice to take control from the opponent. It can also now combo into Stampede at close range. That'd be interesting. Even though Stampede is not great, but that's interesting. Okay, down back heavy slash while Eddie is summoned. Oh, that's right, but you take him back.
While Eddie is summoned, fixes a bug where Eddie could take other actions during mid-leap. However, the ability to use Sun Void Roman Cancel remains. This is intended as part of his strategy. So what is the ability to do Sun Void? Is that super, I believe, right? Yeah, the thing with the sword. Okay. So we're taking Eddie back while he's summoned. Fixes a bug where Eddie could take other actions mid-air during leap. Leap, I think, is just that. Make sure, but yeah, I believe so. Sorry, but yes. Okay. The ability to do this using Sun Void Roman Cancel remains. It's part of his strategy, so it's something just new I learned about Zato. So what it's saying is Sun Void Roman Cancel. So what, you like, are they saying do this? I don't know if that's what they mean, but something just to figure out. Stand heavy. Increase hitbox active time, so this move starts up faster. Increase the hitbox in front of Zato during the additional active frame, so it starts up faster and it lasts longer. Okay. For repeat, speed up the attack startup. That's good. Gives him a stronger anti-air option. Causes opponent to lift off the ground on grounded hit. So they made this move entirely negative. So that's going to be really sick for ground combos now, because to be able to do this, lift off, jab, leap, Roman Cancel combo. That's what I'm thinking right now. So that could be really good for close-up pressure combos. So I'm loving his ideas for new stuff. And then summon Eddie when calling Eddie. That's how you just call him. Okay. I summoned. The summon will be cancelled faster. I guess we'll see. Alright, I like Zato's changes. Alright, Ram, I don't know much about anything about Ram. I don't use this character at all. So, increasing forward momentum of Daro cannot be cancelled mid-screen combos more easily. Daro's DP. Okay. By increasing the movement forward movement, it can now be used in mid-screen combos more easily. So they buffed this move to go farther. That's pretty interesting. Aggression or Dono. Mid-air. I guess that move can now lead to a knockdown against ground opponents on hit. Greatly increasing the benefit of landing hit with it. Okay, so we're talking about that move, right? Aggression Dorno. Down forward in midair. Yeah, long range eternal attack. Excellent option for an aerial poke. Yeah, I don't play any Ram players that use this move. That's interesting. I've never seen that move before. On the other hand, it is now easier for her to aerial S to lose anti-air attacks due to the increased hit on its hitbox on both sides. The player now needs to consider when to use her various aerial options. Reduce the lower hitbox behind and in front of Ram. So aerial HS. Have you said that? So I guess they reduce the lower hitbox in front and behind. The player now needs to consider increase forward movement on this move so that maybe that move go farther. Which can make it really good for counter poking options. That's going to be good. I hope Ram players change their style a little bit to use a move like that, but I don't really see a lot of Ram players doing much outside of just throwing the sword that explodes. Floats the opponent on grounded hit when both swords are equipped. Floats the opponent on grounded hit. Okay, so I think that means this. So if you hit both of that, it floats them, I guess, which is good. And now they're gonna buff this move. That means you can do that into Roman cancel, probably jump cancel into. So I'm gonna have to look in the RAM actually when the patch comes out. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, so we got Leo next. We're almost done. We got Leo and then Nago. Ooh, Nago. I actually look forward to Nago's changes.
And then Gold Lewis's changes.
How long are we at in this video? 45 minutes, not too bad. I think we did pretty good, guys. I'm having a lot of fun with this video. Trying to keep it within an hour, but we'll see. We got a couple characters left.
Alright, so Leo increases options during
Brett Hilder's stance. Isn't that his move where he goes behind you? I'm not sure about his character. Yeah, when he goes backwards.
making it easier for the opponents. Increases options during stance, making it easier to open up the opponent's defense. Well, like, the move is already good. Mechanics have also been adjusted so that he will always move towards the opponent when using dash button, as he would previously sometimes mistakenly move away. Okay, well that's just a bug fix, I guess. Leona moves forward towards the opponent when using the dash button with stance, and kick during stance can now be jump or dash cancelled.
I don't even know how to get into this stance, so. Oh, he just naturally just goes into it. Like that. So that he will always move towards the opponent when using the dash button. Well, I don't know what that even supposed to mean. He's supposed to dash behind you. That's part of the mix.
I guess during kick cannot be dashed
or jump cancelled. But you can dash cancel there. So you could already do that, I guess. But now you can jump cancel it. That's interesting, I guess. Alright, that's pretty much all I did to Leo. Nothing else. Nago. Been using this character since the first week of the game. Depending on the situation after the first hit of Waseruki, which I don't know what that is. Oh, it's just super. Okay. It would sometimes not go into the rest of the animation. This led to a technique to secure follow-up damage by hitting the edge of the attack, but also made a disadvantage when hitting the back of the attack. We have made it so that this will not occur when the back of the attack hits, and so far it can be followed with a combo. The following up from his, because I know they were saying like, I've seen some of this before. It's like you can point this part here. Also made disadvantage when hitting with the back of the attack. We have made it so this will not occur when the back of the attack hits, so that it can be followed with a combo. So can he do anything from it now? I really should have been this game. You definitely can't Roman cancel after that because you just wasted a bar for doing the super and then another one, so you don't waste another bar. But I guess now you can combo more. So there are a couple Nago players, not me, but I know a couple that will wait at the tip of the move and they can do that from it. I've seen a combo video where someone did that and then Roman cancel to do a combo or something like that. I don't know. The follow up from his forest and S makes it easy to decrease the blood gauge. Something like that. The capability has been further buffed. I guess I'll talk about it down here. For a piece fit at the attack startup. Well, that's good. That was one of the changes I wanted. I wanted this move to be faster. That's good. Good. I like that. That's a good buff for him. Because I remember when I was telling myself what changes I like to see if they ever did patch the game soon. One thing I wanted was this to be just a little faster. I like that. That's really good. Faust ending S, final follow-up hit, increase the amount of blood gauge recovered. Increase the amount of blood gauge recovered. So I guess you are gonna lose less blood meter or something, or like you won't get closer near you're about to be fucked up something. I guess I don't know. And super no longer goes into the follow-up animation when the edge of the first hit connects with the opponent. When the last hit connects, it blows the opponent back regardless of their position. So I don't really know if that's a buff since you don't really want to waste it on that, but I guess we'll see what the Nago community comes up with. Oh, Geo's next. I don't know. I can't say what else I would have wanted him to have. I used to say faster walk speed, but he's a big, slow, heavy dude with a sword, so he doesn't need to be faster than he is. I don't know. I guess the one thing I wish that he got nerfed was like when he's right there, I wish he was like a little further back. Because that would benefit from the speed of having this move as a counter poke. Instead of being in your face, you just get all the mix options. But that's just me. Because even as a Naga player, I find his rush down game too simple. But oh well, no other Naga will agree with me on that, so fuck them. Alright, let's look at Baby Girl. Alright, so I'm happy with Zato changes and I'm happy with Faust changes, so definitely happy with that. Let's see if she has anything I want. We have the Geo, we have Anji. Yeah, she doesn't really have much. Okay. 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 So let's see. She can now combo into forward punch from Stampede. That's good. That was actually another change of hers that I thought that I wanted. Yeah, you see, she can combo a leg kick from it. So that probably means that might be actually a combo now, so you could dash up. I guess she can't do light kick from that. I'm sorry, let me let the video clear up. This won't be a problem anymore because I have a new capture card system, so we won't have any more video stutters after tonight. Main combo was easier for situations such as punishing the opponent. That's good. It's a good, nice little buff for her. When the final hit of forward heavy slash connects. She is now in a better situation for Oki. There is now merit to choosing not to cancel into a special move from depending on the situation. So it says, sped up the attack startup and then knocks the opponent down on hit. The final follow-up. It already knocks him down, but I think it means it keeps him down. She is now in a better situation for Oki. There is now merit to choosing not to cancel into a special move. Oh, I know what that means. Because if you know the last hit, you're not going to get anything from it unless you have him in the corner. So, like even myself, you would do this. You would do that just to like, or you would do like nothing without. So, but if you're in the corner. Or I think she could do like this. Then she could leg kick. Okay. But that's cool. That basically means now their opponent's gonna. Well, it doesn't exactly say hard knockdown, but I assume that's what they're talking about. So okay, cool. I like her. I like her stuff. We're looking forward to that. I'm not as happy with her changes as I am with Faust and Zato's, but it's cool. Alright, I fucking hate this character, just so you know. You can now mix up opponents. Oh, here we go. Blocking at mid-range using fusion. Buffing this retarded ass character. Just sin against God. Attack round, he strikes forward. Yeah, that move, okay. That was the only move of his I found useful when I was learning him. I only played him in one video. Blocking at mid-range using fusion because the motion occurs before the attack is active. What the hell does that mean? It says the motion occurs before the attack is active, so you cannot mix the opponent's blocking at mid-range. The motion occurs before the attack is active. I guess when I get to the bottom, it'll probably say if it's faster or not. I don't know. We have reduced the risk of using his Faust and S to poke by reducing the recovery. Okay, that's pretty good. Buff this move so it has better recoveries. Just use it as a better poke. You can get better damage off stand S due to the slight increase due to the forward momentum of Fugen. You can get better fire damage off due to the slight increase to the forward movement of Fugen. Oh, so this move moves faster at a startup, I guess. And Issei Hogi Sai. I think that's. Oh, the giant fan thing. Yeah. Has been buffed mainly so that it's easier to cause wall break. Okay. So far, sending edge, reduce recovery. Fushin made it possible to cancel into various follow-up attacks even when whiffed. The motion begins before the attack is active. Increase forward movement. That's gonna turn him into like Geese, because Geese can like whiff like Rekkas into like his low pokes. Like King of Fighters 14, he can do that. So it turns him into like he can whiff this move now because it's faster on going forward. And it says you can whiff on what did it say? Follow-up attacks even when whiffed. So what I'm understanding on that is that means that even like if you're trying to counter a point like this and follow behind it, you could make them whip like together. Because is that a low? No, it's okay. It's a or it's a high, whatever. But it's not a low, so I guess you can mix an option with that air. I guess I don't know. Like just like randomly whipping this into like his options like that. Could be interesting just for something. I don't know. Shin, increase the attacks, active frame, extend the hitbox, extend the hitbox. Extend the hitbox on his super. Increase the Shin HK is this. So increase the attacks, active time, extend the hitbox. So, yeah, Shin Ichiski is what this says, right? Oh, after Fujin Square, okay. So that move, it starts out fast and they extended the hitbox, so that's good. They made that move better overall, so that's a pretty good buff to this cancerous ass character. Who's next? Oh, Lord. We knew this was coming. This fucking character. Probably got like one change. Fucking Eno. And then Gold Lewis. Alright, but that's the last two guys. Ooh, she got a couple changes. All right. Buffs or nerfs? It looks like a lot of buffs to me. Alright. God, I hate this fucking character. Anyway. Moving in for grounded and area hover dash has been buffed. Buffed how? Expanding our options for both the Gazemi and neutral. The changes are normal such as stand S. And the HS heavy slash version of stroke the big tree. Okay, that's a low. I keep forgetting that. Create additional opportunities for combos and increase our pressure at close range. Yeah, because this character needs better pressure. Fucking Arxis is just losing their mind. Ultimate Fortissimo. I think that's for super, right? Yeah. I don't know what it looks like. I don't give a shit. Has been buffed manly so that it doesn't, so that it's easier to cause wall break. Is that that? That move, yeah. The other one's the rock move, I think, where she has the angel wings. Okay, so that made it easier to cause wall break, even though I get wall broke by that move all the time. But most people just use the angel move too. Alright, actually, since Gold Lewis has only been out a month, I think they're probably just gonna have a couple like bug fixes with him. They might not really have any changes. Grounded aerial hover dash. Increase the movement of speed and distance. That's pretty good. I guess it makes her move faster. I actually look forward to fighting Enos once I have my buffed Faust. It's gonna get really interesting. Stand S. Sped up the attack startup and made it float the opponent on a grounded hit. Float the opponent? Why? That's a weird option, or whatever. I guess probably to just get better combos without having to launch the opponent. Well, I don't know why other characters didn't get options like that to float the opponents. Like, imagine if Nago, right? Imagine if Nago had... Imagine if Nago's DP had more float time on it. And nobody really used that move with him, but like his sweep floated you slower so you could get a better combo. You know, things like that they could have thought about, but they're giving all the really float moves like that. Who else has a float move like that now? Zato. Was 4P. 2K, reduce knockback. Similar to what they did for, I think, Chip and Soul. Sweep D. Reduce horizontal opponent blowback on hit. I guess that means they won't go as far. I don't know. Aerial D. I guess I mean aerial dash. I don't know. Adjust the hit effect of ground opponents. Alright, never mind. Is there a move called aerial D? No. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then. What's D? Oh, yeah, adjust. Adjust the hit effect on grounded opponents, increasing the time followed up for attacks. Nobody uses that though. How are you supposed to?
Danger.
Hey, you can't even. I don't know, whatever. You know, players, y'all can figure that shit out. Shrug the big tree, reduce knockback. So that bitch means it should be a lot closer to you. And they increase the forward movement in Fortissimo. Alright, let's see what they gave Gold Lewis. Balance intentions, the hit effect of Skyfish. Don't remember what that move is. I don't know names, I just know attacks. Ooh, this move. buff depending on the current security level. It provides a major advantage on hit at level 3 in particular, I'm assuming so. The advantage is the adjustments of crouch, kick, and forward P are minor but improve their usability. That's good, they buff this, they're gonna buff that move. This soup is okay. The only thing I wish is they made this move a little better for combo uses. Or this too, you don't want to combo into anything unless you roll and cancel. So dust attack. Adjusted landing recovery after the finishing blow hits to match other characters. I don't use his move like that, so I wouldn't know. Crouch K, reduce knockback. These all have like reduce knockback means it won't push them as far, so it'll be better at opening the opponent up for easier mix-ups like this. Right to this. For a P, sped up the attack startup. That's good. So they sped up a couple characters, 4 Ps, which I like a lot. It means he's gonna have better, because he can combo into 2. So making a faster move is, well, it's not gonna change the combo situation, but what can he not combo that into?
Slap.
The fuck? Why is the health like that? Pardon me for a second. Thought I fixed that. Oh, yeah. Auto regenerate. I'm stupid. Okay. I guess he can combo that into everything. I guess just faster just makes it a better poke situation for his anti-air situations and for just faster punishes, I guess. But the move doesn't really go far, so I don't really know what you're gonna punish it with. Skyfish, the hit effect now changes depending on the security level, and that's full level 3. So I definitely look forward to the buff he'll get during that. So that's good. They give Gold Lewis some pretty interesting buffs here. Down with the system, that's a super. Fix the bug or wall break would not occur where the graphical error when hitting an opponent at a certain distance on the corner. Alright. We'll post further updates regarding game feature updates on the Twitter site. Alright guys, so there we go. You go back into the page here. 1 hour and 7, not too bad. So I want to thank you guys for checking this out with me. I saw the news was going for it, and I know this game's been looking at having a patch for a little bit of a while now, so I'm excited for some of the changes. I'm very excited for Faust and Zato. Definitely look forward to messing around with them when this is ready. But yeah, we'll do more discussions when that's happening, so thank you guys for spending time with me for this, and I will see you guys in the next video. We'll definitely cover a lot more detail once 1.9 drops. Thank you as always for checking out my video today, and I will see you around.